Hi, today is 95 degrees with a high humidity. It's so hot outside we can't even go outside. We're in the middle of a massive heat wave. Well, today I'm making Grandma Bessie's spaghetti. Here is a picture of my Grandma Bessie and me. I was about maybe 3 or 4 years old. We lived in Springfield. Grandma Bessie lived in Union, and believe it or not, these are my great-grandparents. She actually lived with them for as far back until she virtually died. Their names were Bubba and Zadie, and they were really from the good old days. So anyway, we're going to make Grandma Bessie's spaghetti. I'm going to put in some oil a little bit of oil. We don't want any stickage at all. Believe it or not, Grandma Bessie even made her own homemade tomato sauce. I wish I knew how to do that, but unfortunately, well, when the time goes, we just don't know how to do everything that our grandparents made. So what we're going to do is I'm going to add in some breadcrumbs. I would say a little more than a cup, because we don't want anything to, give you a problem. I'm going to add in the egg. There we go. I'm adding in Italian seasoning, garlic powder. Yeah, Grandma Bessie was an Italian lady. She loved to cook. Every Sunday, we would go over. This is oregano. We would go over there every Sunday and have spaghetti and meatballs. My cousins would be there. We would all get together. It was such a lovely, lovely. Let me get this. This is basil. I'm going to put a little basil in. Okay. Now we're going to mix this all together. Now, people, it is raw meat. But this is how Grandma Bessie cooked also. We make some nice meatballs, and we're going to simmer it for about an hour and a half. Bubba, her mother, used to bake fantastic bread. Oh, someday, as soon as the weather cools off, I will make you homemade white bread. All right, now what we're going to do is Grandma Bessie's meatballs are very large. She would roll it up like this in her hands. Look how big this is. This is about how big her meatballs were. And we're going to cook it for an hour and a half. We're going to simmer it. Roll it up again. Make a good strong meatball. These are Grandma Bessie's meatballs. Oh. We all would sit down at the table. She only lived in a garden apartment, but she was happy. She was really happy. She lived with her parents until she died. And, sad things is, when you get old, you die. And my great-grandparents, believe it or not, Bubba lived to be 100 years old. She actually went to a dance the night before she died. Incredible woman. Yeah, they were on my dad's side. And I think about them all the time, Okay, we're going to cover it now with tomato sauce. Now, believe it or not, Grandma Bessie used to make her own made tomato sauce. And I wish I could remember how she did, but unfortunately, she died when I was like a very little girl. I was like 9 or 10 years old. Now, I'm going to put some more seasonings over the sauce. Okay. All right. Okay. Garlic powder. A lot of it. She used tons of garlic. Oh. All right. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put some water in here. We don't want to have it too thick. And we don't want it too watery. Okay, that's about enough. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put it on the stove, and I'm going to put it at medium heat. I don't want to put it any higher than medium heat because then we will have burnage, and we don't want the meatballs to burn. So we're going to simmer it for, I would say, let's say about an hour, then we'll check it again and see how it's coming along. Okay, we'll be back later. And here we have Grandma Bessie's wonderful spaghetti and meatballs. Oh, every Sunday we would go over and visit Grandma Bessie, who lived in Union, New Jersey. Lived in a little garden apartment, but she sure can make spaghetti and meatballs that I never forgot. So we're putting some Parmesan cheese on. Believe it or not, Grandma Bessie had made homemade tomato sauce and probably homemade Parmesan cheese. And Bubba, her mother, she could bake. You wouldn't believe it. Holla, gefilte fish. And what really went great with this was Manischewitz wine. From Deborah Waite's Home Country Kitchen, have a great day. And Grandma Bessie, I'm thinking about you every single day. I know you're in heaven, and I'm thinking about you, and you'll always be in my mind. Please subscribe to my wonderful show.